Hey guys, it's Bree from Cutter's Guardian Angel, and I am here to talk a little bit about mindfulness, which you may have heard me talk about before. It is a Buddhist principle, but it's a lot more than that. I heard this statistic study thing recently that the age where people are least satisfied with their life, the age group, is people in their 20s. Like, they're less satisfied with their life than people who are in their 80s and are dying and all their friends are dying and, like, they can't walk anymore because their legs are just, like, really messed up. Like, they're less satisfied with their life in their 20s than they are in their 80s. And I was like, what? Why are people in their 20s not satisfied with their lives? Like, you're in your 20s, you can do anything. And then, of course, Austin pointed out to me that when you're in your 20s, you're doing a lot of stressful things. You're taking out student loans, you're buying your first car, you're trying to get a job, you're doing all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, but you have so many good moments. And that's what mindfulness is about. So mindfulness is, in itself, the act of being present in one moment. Because whatever happens in the future doesn't exist yet. And whatever happens in the past doesn't exist anymore. So the only thing that matters is what happens right now. And by living each moment to its fullest potential is the only way we can really be happy and we can really live our lives. Because otherwise, we're just living in an imaginary world. Because it either hasn't happened yet or it isn't going to happen again. So, not really real. And so to practice mindfulness, you can work on meditation, you can work on, I really like guided meditation. You can work on just focusing on what you're doing. There's one principle of mindfulness that's called one-minded. And the idea of one-minded is that you are not doing 8 things at once. You're doing one thing and you're letting it take up your entire mind. So if you're going to paint a picture, you paint that picture. And you pour yourself into the picture that you're painting, because that is what you are doing right now. That is what you are enjoying. And when you're focused on painting that picture, nothing that's happened in your past matters, and nothing that might happen next week is going to matter. Because the only thing that matters is what you're doing on that canvas or on that paper. That's how I feel when I sing. I pour myself into every single note that I sing. And it doesn't matter what I'm going to be singing in 2 bars, and it doesn't matter what I sang a page ago. It just matters what each note sounds like as it comes out of my mouth. And I think living in the moment like that is the most beautiful experience you can have in your life. Of course, I've never given birth, so can't really comment on that. So mindfully living your life is the easiest way you can start practicing mindfulness. And as I shared a video on our Facebook recently, a monk described focusing on meditation. He talked about your monkey mind. And I don't talk about a monkey mind because I don't live in the jungle with monkeys. But my mind, at least, likes to be thinking things a lot. And so I can be like, okay, mind, we're going to be really quiet and we're just going to think about nothing. And then my mind is like, hey, remember that time that we saw a dog? So it doesn't work very well. So I have to give my mind menial tasks. And my menial tasks for my mind are like, we're going to count to 4 while we breathe in, and then we're going to count to 4 while we breathe out, and then we're going to do it over and over and over again. Or sometimes the menial task is like, we're going to listen to this really repetitive music and just really focus on it. Really focus. So sometimes when you're trying to stay mindful, you have to give your mind a menial task to keep it in the moment. And that menial task could be like paintbrush up, paintbrush down, paintbrush up, paintbrush down. Whatever menial task you give your mind, it should be effective. Stir the soup, stir the soup, stir the soup. Or if you can get your mind to focus on something else that's also involved in that moment, then great, even better. Like, focus on reading the book you're reading, because your mind probably can't do anything else than reading. And if it can, then like let me know, because I want to learn how to do that too. So try practicing some mindfulness today or tomorrow or just any time in your life, and try to just stop for a minute and think, am I pouring everything into this one moment, or am I living multiple lives right now? Am I focusing on this exact moment, or am I living in the future or living in the past? And try and pay attention to how often you live in the moment. Because the more often you can live in the moment, the happier you'll be in general. So I want you guys to try that for me and let me know what you think in the comments or on our Instagram or our Facebook page. And you can check up there for updates on us on a pretty regular daily basis. So I'll talk to you guys later, and stay strong and have a great day.